Hi there, good morning. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on Wildflowers of the Wayside and Woodlands. So let's get my timer going here. And I forget what song I set, but we have some classical music that will be greeting me so that I don't have to yell at it. So I have preliminarily, I've sort of laid down what I think I like, but I'm going to pull it aside and we can talk about it. And I'll show you, I'll just go over because I've been taping two different books at the same time. My work on Rapunzel and my work on this one, who doesn't seem to have a name yet. She's just still Wildflowers. Anyhow, so yes, we did the decoupage of the Kleenex, the patterned Kleenex onto her spine, and I love it. I'm very happy with how that turned out. And then I did a layer over top of liquid Mod Podge, and then I did a of aerosol Mod Podge, so it's not tacky anymore. Where I live, liquid Mod Podge tends to continue to, although it's dry, it continues to feel kind of funny. It feels kind of tacky, and that's apparently perfectly normal. But I live in a humid area. Now, right now, it's not very humid because it's winter, but it still can be so later on. So, so I've been playing with laces. I always keep a bin of these. This is various bridal laces. This is doilies here. Let me pull that out. So my bridal laces that I have, some are white, some are naturally ivory colors, and some I have tea dyed to get them to the shade that I prefer. So I've been playing with that. I've also been playing with my jar, my confectioner's jar of lace pieces. I find that when I am working on the cover of a book to shabby chic it, I find I'm better off using my little snips and snippets of laces rather than heading for my basket that's full of the wrapped full streams of lace. For one thing, you usually just want little pieces. And for another thing, I think it gets my brain going better to have all those little pieces, and I'm less likely to start cutting up perfectly good lace only to not use it. Now, I knew for sure that I'd want these two. These are one of my go-to laces. So I did raid my long carded laces sorry, I've got an itch now. I'm thinking about the furnace going and I suddenly feel itchy. So I gave myself permission to raid for these, but all these others have either been in my bin of bridal lace or from out of my confectioner's jar. And I still do want to cover up this little, it's a sweet little, I think it's a little bit embossed. Can't tell very much. It's just a little illustration of some wildflowers, and it's cute, but I'm going to put some Edith. I'm going to put some Edith on this cover. I think this will be beautiful. So Edith is going on, and she's going to be going inside too. So I know for sure that I do want to cover that, and I know for certain that I want to send these laces up the side because I want to cover this little red stain, little dotted stain here. I'm not too worried about the stain here of the water damage. If I happen to cover it, that'll be fine. If I don't, that'll be fine too, because it just adds to the charm that this is an old book. So I'm happy with that. I looked through all my butterfly sources that I've got, and I still think I like this one. I was wondering about the color, but I do like it. I am going to just ink the edges right now while I think about it. And then we'll get started. Now, when I approach a book cover to shabby chic it, I usually will lay everything down where I think I want it, and then I'll approach it the way I would approach paper collaging, and I will slowly start gluing things down where I want them to be, just lightly, enough to hold them down, because I really expect the sewing to hold it down. I will be using my Kenmore sewing machine that's over there, and I will literally be sewing right through this cover. And I may, for once, I'm thinking about setting up my camera over there at the sewing machine and just showing you, because I have a lot of people that ask me about it, and I'm sure their minded is wondering, is she really running this book cover through her sewing machine? And yes, I do. So, and it's definitely not something I came up with. There are quite a few journal creators that run their sewing machines actually right through their covers. And the one specific one who I can think of is Jessica at Two Silver Oranges. She does really amazing covers. I just love her junk journal covers. And she uses her sewing machine all the time on her covers, and they look spectacular. Now there's one little thing that I want to get done. I want to put some ruffles right along the edge of these books. I know for sure I want to do that. And this was together. So I've already cut that one loose for that side, and I want this one to go on the back side. But I want to get, it had holes, kind of like where you could run a thin little ribbon through it. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want that. I just want the ribbon. So I'm just snipping what's left of those little loops off of this side so I can use it. And I don't mind that this is a raw edge, because it's not crocheted, so it'll only unravel so far, and personally I think that adds to the character. There we go, and of course I made a mess all over the book. Alrighty, so I do know that I want this here. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to remove the branch or not. We'll see. I need to finish laying things out. So I do think I want that there. And where did the other one go? There it is. Oh, here's what it looked like. I got it in Happy Mail. Isn't that pretty? So can you see what I mean? You could run a really thin ribbon through that and it would look really beautiful. So I'm thinking I want to do that on either side. And I've never done that. That'll be a first for me for a journal cover, to put the ruffle on the cover instead of on the pages. Now, so I'm thinking I've got this piece, I believe it's off a wedding gown. It's got some little seed pearls and some sequins, And I'm thinking I want it sort of hanging over the edge here, which I will be doing a lot. I like the look of that. And then this was all in one piece, so I've cut it up, and I'm going to put some up here. And again, I'm going to let it stick out over the top. And then there's some more here so that I'm just getting some coverage. I like that. Oh, jeepers, it's moving. So I like that. Now I've got to decide where I want this little butterfly to go. And then what I've been doing is I have quite a bit of this kind of lace. Let me see if I can find a bigger piece so I can show you. Oh, here we go. So I have these big sections. Oh my goodness. All right, that's all right. These big sections that I think where somebody got their dress shortened, because I can see where the seams are from the dress in here. Like there's one right there. So I think it was with wedding gowns and formal dresses, they often, if a dress needs to be shortened, it's shortened from at the waist. It's not shortened at the hem. So I have a feeling that's why I found that. All right, so anyhow, so I was fussy cutting some pieces so that I could, do you know what I mean? But now I'm rethinking these ruffles because I definitely, for sure, want these along here. I just don't like the edge of that, the tissue showing. Now I have a few others. I do like this. This is off some other, I'm sure it was a wedding gown. Isn't that pretty? Some of the sequins have turned yellow, and I like that. So part of me is wondering if I want to maybe put that up there. On the other hand, that's really bulky. And I have to keep in mind being able to write in the journal if this is going to be a writer's journal. So this one might be more suitable. It's flatter. Somebody sewed it all on by hand. Can you see their stitches? All those little sequins were all sewn on by hand. So let's put that aside. I think that's, for the back cover, I think that is a little more sensible. I've got another chunk of this. I really like those pearls. I'm just wondering, oh yes, I was thinking about this peachy color. There's a little bit of pink in these, I think these are cherry blossoms or apple blossoms. I'll have to find the page. There's a little pink here, and there's a little pink in these flowers here. So, and this is all I have of this, so I'm thinking I'm going to cut it apart and use some of this peachy. So let's just take this off and see what we come up with. And then I may just start gluing down. I'm reconsidering this. I'm wondering if just a little bit of pink under here. And I don't even mind that it's still wanting to arch a little from being ruffled. And I don't mind that. If you go there, and you go there, and you're going to go up over the top and hang over the edge a little bit. And then this is some filler. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I like that. I don't like this. I'm going to trim that off. But I just like that little hint of pink. I do like it. Don't like that. I wonder if there's any. See what I mean about how, for me at least, there's a lot of humming and hawing involved in shabby chiking a cover. It's and I bet it would probably be better for me if I set the timer and forced myself to get this done, give myself 10 minutes. You know what, sometimes I have to wonder, I think I have a gut feeling, if they turn out better. That can still be used for something. If they turn out better when you do that. No. No, I like that the way it is. Of course, now I'm wondering if I want to fussy cut that. I may pause. I may pause and hum and haw. And I'll tell you why I'm thinking I might want to fussy cut. Because this is fussy cut. I didn't tear edge this. And part of me wants that fussy cut. Now I can go ahead and fussy cut it. I do have enough Edith Holdens that I could, if I change my mind, I could go tear another one of these. I think right now I have like 3 different ripped apart Edith Holden books that I'm just using up and using bits and pieces. So I'm going to pause, and maybe you'll see what I decide in a minute. Okay, so I did fussy cut it. I'm going to slide that off. Yeah. I like it better. I like it better. I do think I am going to lose the twig. And I'm just going to just sort of follow the natural lines of the drawing and take it off. Some of this little drawing underneath may poke through. That's fine. I have a feeling it's going to all get covered up by lace. I'm deciding about that leaf. I may put it somewhere else. There, like that better. And I may move the leaf up here like that. Now that's probably going to go out there because, let's lay this back down over top. See what I mean? This lace is going to cover up any part of that little green thing. And then that could go down there like that. And there we go. So I'm going to start gluing. So I am going to use, this is 3-in-1. I'm just going to use little bits of 3-in-1. It's going to do some of the holding, which is why I want 3-in-1. We're using fabric on a fabric cover, and it's been Mod Podged. So I'm going to use 3-in-1, but still I'm going to sew. So I don't need a whole lot. I have to see. I don't want to cover up that little title. Although I want to cover up that little picture, I like the title. I'm going to let this dry, but I will be wrapping the ends so that they go under whatever the end papers are going to be. And I haven't decided yet. I'm going to put that on its side. I'm tired of waiting for it to come down to the bottom. Thank goodness for rocks. I can keep it on its side now, which is the... This is it. There we go. When I do sew a lot of this lace down, I will be using a small zigzag. All right, let's slide you off. I want these edges inked. Come on, you. Oh, come on. Sometimes those little crevices are harder to get into with a big one of those big brushes or applicators. All right, let's do you, because I do think I want to use you. All right, so that's okay. That's okay. There's going to be lace. I do think I will put that little leaf somewhere on this side. I like that. Oh, wow. All right. Huh. I guess I better make sure you're well applied. I don't want that plopping out onto my... I'm wondering if my room is too cold. I find that that's better. I'm not squeezing. I'm just using it to hold that that little tip more securely so that I can put it back on. All right. And that's on there. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit. There we go. And put this onto here like that, so it's at a better angle for my vision. You know what I realized? I paused my timer. What time is this? Oh, I'm at 26 minutes. All right, let's reset this because I'm going to need about 5 more minutes. There we go. All right, so that's all inked, that's all glued. I don't want this pink so long. And then you know what I might do is, because I'm already getting close to 30 minutes, oh, I should... I keep landing little lacy chunks on the cover. I may do like a little 30-second video on Instagram. I might set up my camera and I'll just do a little 30-second video showing you how I sew right through a cover. So I'm just sort of following, there's some flowers on this edge, so I'm just sort of scalloping and following it. I think I'm going to like that. We'll see. I got glue on this, so it's catching on it. Then I need to figure out which is top, which is the upside, and which is the downside. All right, so fluffies. So that's nicely glued down. All right, now if I wonder if I want to lay it that way instead. Yeah, that doesn't really matter, does it? If I lay it that way, and I put you on top, and then I can do you. I really like this. I really like this over the corner. And I really like you up there. Oh, this is going to be tricky. And I like you. I love that. I wonder if I want something a little more so that it's like an L shape. I wonder if I want like just one of these tiny little pieces here underneath. The netting's not easy to... Not easy to cut through with these little things. I guess I should be using some different scissors, but I'm in now for it, so let's just do it. So that there and let a little hang over the edge. Yep, I like that. I like it. Oh, another idea. What if I trim off the pink here and move some pink over there? Because you can't see it under here anyways. Yes. All right, let's just do it. Can't see it anyways. And I don't have any more of this, so if I mess this up, it's messed. All right, so, and it's done. So if I put you under there and put you on top and put you back where you came from. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that. Oh, sorry. I hope your ears are okay. Yeah, I'm not sure I like it. Maybe if I took that off and rounded it a bit. Is that even the top? Boy, that's a tricky one. That's the top. Oh, my alarm's going off. All right, I may do a part 2 today. Let me turn this off. Stop. I may do a part 2 today. I'm just pulling that out a bit more so it has a little bit more to show. I like this. All right, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Because it's not that hard. I am going to use my phone and I'm going to take a picture of it right now. Let me do that. So that I can refer to my picture. That way I can take these off, glue them down slowly. So the pink ones will go down first, then the Edith flower. Then I will slowly layer these back on. I'm pretty sure I want the back just simple. This is what I want, but I can't just do a naked back. I ended up not using these ruffles. They'll get used for something else. I ended up not using this. I'm still not ruling it out, but I'm not sold on it. So I will glue them in place, and then I probably will take a moment, set up my tripod over by my sewing machine, and I'll just do like a little 5-minute video showing how I sew right through the book cover. Okay, well, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you. I'll put up the next video like almost right after. If you've watched this one, take a look through my videos. The little one will probably be up as well. That'll have me sewing through the cover. Great. Take care. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Bye.